So I've been informed by our scuba commander that the scuba team has located what they believe to be a person on the bottom of the Irondequoit Bay. We believe that to be Mr. Ross. They are now prepping their teams. They'll be entering the water with the dive teams and beginning the recovery efforts today. It appears that Mr. Ross is approximately 45 feet off of shore on that at a depth of about 20 feet. Unfortunately, he also appears to be within about 5 feet of that shelf. So he's about 5 feet away from that sudden drop off to the over 60-foot depth area. So we've discussed this with the scuba commander and asked him to be as cautious as possible. We've requested assistance from the Monroe County Fire Bureau Special Operations Team to assist us with some rescue swimmers to stand by to assist us with this in case during the recovery effort the body relocates and gets caught up in the current, and then we end up trying to do a recovery out of that 60-foot depth area, which would be much more complicated. So those efforts are beginning right now. We have coordinated with the family members. They are on their way to the scene, and they have been briefed as to what our status is and what to expect, and then we're going to assist them with that process and allow them the compassion during this time as we recover Mr. Ross. This will be our last update before your noon telecasts. It will take a little bit for us to complete the whole process. Barring any sudden changes, the next update will be later this afternoon as a conclusion, a wrap up to the efforts.
How difficult is it when you're talking about a depth that size to recover a body?
It's much more difficult. The issues we have are the lack of visibility. So when the divers go down to that 20-foot depth and they start to use their hands and look for Mr. Ross and try to locate him, there is a risk that with the water current and their physical actions, that as they reach for him, that may cause him to relocate and get caught in the current and move away. So it's a very slow and tedious process, and Mother Nature certainly has a say in how this resolves itself.
Can you clarify again exactly where he is found?
So he is approximately 45 feet off the shore of Sand Point, those bluffs that come down the Webster side of Irondequoit Bay, just north of the Irondequoit Bridge.
You said earlier that he was 5 feet away from that sudden drop-off, so was he in that?
Yes, so our best guess is that as he went underwater, gravity and the slope on the shore of the base of the bay probably took him to a resting point where, luckily for us, he did not yet enter that 60-foot depth area.
So I know you're still in the midst of this investigation, but initially does it look like that maybe what happened, he got into that deep area and then got in trouble?
Our best guess at this point is all indications are he probably lost his footing and got caught up in that sudden change in depth and was not able to recover himself.
So is this something that could still, because of the difficulty of this, take a remainder of the day here?
It could very much, especially if during the recovery efforts he repositions or gets caught in the current as they're trying to locate him physically. Remember, picture yourself not being able to see further than your hand in front of your face and you're trying to locate him. There's a chance that they could bump into him and get him caught in the current. So they work as a team, they use the current to their advantage, and they kind of, as partners, they position themselves opposite each other to try to prevent that from happening. So
Can you describe the conditions?
it is not bad. These are definitely not the worst conditions this team has operated in. The water is fairly calm today. The current is stable. The temperatures are perfect for them. So, you know, the depth is our real issue today.
I heard you say earlier that this sonar scan was what some other
Yeah.
operations. Is that what helped you today?
Yes, that's exactly what helped identify the location today. This sonar is either attached to the side of the boat or dragged behind it, and we can adjust the depth level of it So it gives us a very good image on the computer as to where to send our divers.
You've had several of these recovery searches since February. You mentioned before that it's been tough on
Yeah.
the morale of your team. What did work? What went right in this? This is very quick.
The conditions, the water conditions, and the assistance of the public staying away, allowing them the freedom to work in that area. We've had considerable offers of support from other agencies, the Rochester Police Department, the New York State Police with the helicopter, the Coast Guard, Livingston County Sheriff's Office, Wayne County Sheriff's Office. They've all been in communication with us and offering resources. It's just some good luck this time with the weather conditions today. The water conditions have allowed us to work very quickly today.
Were the water conditions yesterday a lot more?
Yeah, yesterday was a lot different. We did have some good conditions up until after dinner time, so in the late evening and then into the night, conditions drastically changed and the weather worked against us. So, but today it's perfect conditions, so we're taking advantage of that. All right, thank you.